No.
This is case number 2349769. This is Hiram Jones versus Demetrius Stevenson and Richardson, and occupants of property at 3029 Van Dyke in the city of Detroit. Your appearance at this time, please.
Yes, we're here.
Your appearance, counsel. Mr. Snyder, are you present? All right. Just one moment. Do I have on this Zoom Demetrius Stevenson and Paulina Richardson?
Yes, we're here.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. You live at the property on Van Dyke, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So have you had an opportunity to speak with a lawyer regarding the case that you have in front of me? Have you had that opportunity yet?
No.
All right. So let me find out. I see Demetrius Stevenson. Are you and Miss Richardson on the same device?
No.
All right.
We're the
Ms.
same.
Richardson. All right. Very well. Okay. Got you now. All right. So I'm going to set it up so that you can speak with a lawyer. This does appear to be the first hearing on this matter. Under the Supreme Court administrative order, I'm required to set a subsequent hearing at the first hearing date. So this matter is going to be set over for the, are we setting it for the 19th?
Yes, 19.
It's going to be set over for 2/19/21 at 9:00 a.m. That's going to be the next time that you zoom in. Today, I'm going to set it up where you can speak with a lawyer to talk about your this case and about your rights concerning this matter. You understand, Mr. Stevenson?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Ms. Richards, you understand as well, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. So in a moment, I'm going to put you in a breakout room, and a lawyer is going to be there so you can talk with that lawyer. And then once you've completed that discussion, you'll be free to go and just come back on the next action date. Who's available to speak with the two of them?
Judge, this is Lockhart. I can do that, but I need to check in 2 files before I leave. And I'd ask the court to give me some information from the court file so that I can have an informed interview with Stevenson and Richardson. For instance, is there a lease in there? Is it a termination for cause? I could just get some basic background.
It is it's a complaint for recovered possession of property. I do not see a lease attached to the complaint in this matter. And so it says the person entitled possession of property described in the attached notice. It does not have further indicia at this time.
Thank you, Judge. Could I just make sure at 9 o'clock you have file 968 and 773?
Gotcha.
We need defendant present, but Marilyn Mullane, if she's connected, can probably cover both of those.
All right. I'll make sure that I address the fact that you're connected to those matters before I proceed.
Thank you, Judge. And could you please put Mr. Salome, our new attorney at MLS, along with one of the students to finish an intake?
All right.
In the breakout.
Mr. Salome, I did send you that information. Which student should I be looking to?
Students, we got a volunteer. We need you to do an intake.
I can go into the breakout room. Angelica Scott.
Where are you now? Oh, okay, I got you, Angelica Scott. I'll be sending you there, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Judge, thanks. It'll get smoother.
Yes, I'm sure of that. And I won't say because it can't get any worse. But all right, so Ms. Richards, and sir, I'm going to be sending you to that spot. And Mr. Lockhart, I'm sending you there now to number 1. Ms. Richards, I'm sending you, you'll see a number 1 on your device, and just click on, you'll be able to go there. And then Mr. Stevenson, I'm sending you now to breakout room number 1, so you'll get the notification in just a second.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
Sir. There. All right. All right, sir. All right, this is case number 2034-9763. This is Jennings Senior Living versus Estate of Frank Lucas and other occupants of property located at 7815 East Jefferson, apartment 303. For the plaintiff, your appearance at this time. Do I have Mr. Bouchard or Mr. Gromer on the Zoom at this time? All right, do I have on the Zoom at this time, Mr. Anyone in relationship to the estate of Frank Lucas? If you're on this Zoom, please say something at this time. All right, the court notes that this is the first hearing regarding this matter. Accordingly, the court is going to send it over for 2/19/21 at 9:00 a.m. That's the subsequent date on this matter. And defendant having not appeared, the court will set it over. If defendant does not appear at the next occasion, the court will be inclined to grant judgment by default. This is case number 23-4-9766. This is John Whitby, Foresight Properties LLC versus Luciana Callaway and other occupants of property at 8274 Braille Street. Again, that's 23-4-9766. Counsel, your appearance at this time, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ely Bijani on behalf of the plaintiff, case 4626.
All right, thank you, Mr. Vajani. And let me see, I know that this is the first hearing in this matter. Do I have the defendant Callaway or any person residing at the Braille address on this Zoom at this time? Please say something if you're there.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that the defendant is seeking EDP by herself without an attorney. So we're just requesting a 4-week adjournment.
All right, sir. So I will go ahead and set it over for the 19th as my control date in this matter. And I'm setting it over for 9:00 a.m. I appreciate the information that counsel has brought to the court. So that's a new action date in this matter, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Seco, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor. Hold on. Turn on my video.
All right, thank you. This is case number 2034-9756. This is CIA Homes LLC versus Valerie Bowman and other occupants of property at 11690 Burwood. The court is also calling the suffix 9760. This is Infinity Homes versus Tanika Cole and other occupants of property at 16536 Green Lawn. The court is calling the suffix 9773. This is TFHSP LLC versus all those in possession at 3453 Mount Clair in the city of Detroit. The court is calling the suffix 971. That's Amani World Ventures versus McCole Brown and other occupants of property at 20013 Asbury Park. The suffix is right there. Just one moment. The court is calling the suffix 1207. That is Ruben Aurelio versus Renee Blankenship and other occupants of property located in the city of Detroit That's at 2192 Annabelle. All right, and counsel, your appearance regarding these matters, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Lucia DeSico, P72856, appearing on behalf of plaintiff.
All right, thank you, counsel. And are there any attorneys with respect to any of these matters representing any defendant? If there are counsels on this record that represents any defendants in these matters, please say something at this time. All right, it appears that all of these matters, except the last one that I called, and maybe even that one, but well, that one has a writ signed in it. But the other matters that I called, other than 1207, the other matters appear to be first hearing matters. Is that correct, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Just to review those numbers, I do have a couple dismissals that I'm not sure if you've received.
All right, let's indicate the cases that should have a dismissal on them. We'll take a look at, if you will.
Okay, 9760.
I do have that one in this pile, and I will pull it out as a dismissal. You may continue.
9756.
I do have that one, and I am pulling that out as a dismissal.
9841.
That may be in a later time. Let me take a look at it. I do have 9841, and I'm going to call that as Mir Lashan versus Sherry Pullum regarding property at 16531 Tyman. That one is set for 1040. Given that there is a petition to dismiss, I'll call the matter down and indicate that it should be dismissed. Any other one, counsel?
Yes, 9845.
I do have that one set in the 10:40 a.m. time slot. That is Rose Point Apartments versus Nathia Hardwick regarding property at 5271 Ludwig. Again, the suffix is 9845. That matter is dismissed on the indications of counsel. Any others, counsel?
No, Your Honor. 9781 and 9773 are both first hearings.
Thank you, counsel. And counsel, let me check. Do I have anyone residing at the property on Mount Clair in the city of Detroit? 3453 Mount Clair. If you're on the Zoom, please say something at this time.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. What is your name, ma'am?
Juanita Tucker.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Tucker. Let me pluck your name in here. And I know that this is the first hearing. So let me ask you, have you had an opportunity to talk with a lawyer regarding this matter, ma'am?
Yes,
All right. And is there someone assigned to your case? Do you have a lawyer involved?
yes, Miss Marilyn Mullane.
Oh, say that again. You kind of broke up. Who is the lawyer?
Miss Marilyn Mullane.
All right. So is that somebody you hired, or is that one of the agencies? Oh, yeah. So that's
Yes.
You talked to somebody at Lakeshore, did you? Or at the Housing Coalition?
Housing Coalition.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to get someone to talk to you today and give you some advice and information regarding this case. I'm going to send you to a breakout room shortly to talk with someone from the Housing Coalition.
I spoke with Miss Mullane.
Yeah, well,
Pardon me, I'm sorry.
yeah,
I spoke with her last night.
yeah, and you already told me that you spoke with her. If she's not on the Zoom, somebody from that agency is here, and so
Okay.
part of what we do today is to connect you to the resource so that you will be able to identify exactly who you're going to be working to deal with this matter. Now, one of the reasons that let me see you. One of the reasons. Well, no, I thought that this was at a later time, but anyway, what's going to happen is I'm going to connect you to a lawyer now, and I'm going to give you the next date in this matter. That date is going to be the 19th of February, 2021, and this case is going to be at 9:00 a.m. on that date. That's the next time that you will Zoom back in. But before you leave today, I'll have you talk with someone from the Housing Coalition. You understand, ma'am?
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Tucker. I'll get right back to you.
Judge, what's that case
Thank
number,
you.
the last few digits?
The last digits on Ms. Tucker's case number is 9773. That's TFHSP versus all in possession. All those in
thanks.
possession.
Okay.
All right, got it. Right, all right, so we'll get somebody before you in just a moment. Is there someone from the Housing Coalition that can talk with Ms. Tucker at this time? If you're on the Zoom, say something. All right, we'll get right back to you, ma'am. All right, in relationship to the suffix 9781, Imani versus McCole Brown, do I have Ms. Brown on the Zoom, or any person living at the Asbury Park address? Please say something if you're on the Zoom.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, thank you. And your device comes up as Mickey. And what is your name?
McCole Brown.
Okay, all right, so that's a nickname. All right, Ms. Brown. Ms. Brown, have you spoken with any lawyer regarding the matter that you have before the court, ma'am?
No, I haven't.
All right, so I am going to connect you to a legal resource today. I'm going to give you the opportunity to talk to someone in the breakout room. Right now, I'm going to set your next date. That date, of course, is going to be the 19th of February, 2/19, 2021. That's 9:00 a.m. That's the next action date on this matter, ma'am. All right, so just hold tight and I'll get you to a lawyer just as soon as we can.
All right, thank you.
All right. Now, Ms. DeSico, with regard to the suffix 1207, that one looks like it might be a first. Well, it's the first hearing after the lifting of the moratorium. There was a writ that was signed in that matter back in February. Do I have Blankenship on the Zoom?
It's
Do I have Blankenship? Renee Blankenship? Okay, well, who are you, ma'am?
Teresa Yates?
All right, you live at the property on Annabelle?
Correct.
Oh, okay, all right, so thank you, Ms. Yates. And were you in court before on this matter?
Yes.
I think I recall seeing you there. Are you, do you continue to live in the property there on Annabelle?
Yes, I do.
All right, are you planning on moving out of the property, or do you have some plans in that regard?
I have been trying to get a new place to live. It's unfortunately that I have not succeeded in that. It's pretty rough right now. But yes, I plan on trying to find another place.
All right, so what I'm going to do, ma'am, is I'm going to see if I can get someone to talk with you in relationship to this matter. And Ms. DeSico is here for the plaintiff. And let's see where this can go, because there was a writ that's already been signed that would allow for eviction from the property. And so I'm going to let you talk with someone, and we'll find out which way to go forward with this momentarily, ma'am. So just hold tight, Ms. Yates. I'll get right back to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
And Mr. Lockhart, while you were out, there is a Miss Tucker who resides at Mount Clair, 3453 Mount Clair, under file 9773, who needs to speak with someone. And then there's a second.
Judge, if I may,
Yes,
Attorney Marilyn Mullane
Yes.
emailed me this morning. If this is file 773,
It is.
Miss Attorney Mullane is asking for an adjournment to process this matter, but I don't know why. I don't know if you want to wait for Attorney Mullane to come back. I know nothing about the case, and I don't know if Mr. Sagatti, his client, is interested in pursuing Sarah and converting this to a non-payment.
Yes, sir. And so given that it's the first hearing, it would be naturally adjourned or set a new date set. So I've gone ahead and set a new date on it. The defendant, Ms. Tucker, did tell me that she talked with Ms. Mullane, and I told her that someone from the housing agency was here with know something in terms of her having spoke with somebody. And so you confirmed that she in fact spoke with someone. So I'm going to give her the new date. We're going to set it for, as I mentioned, the 19th of February, 2021 at 9:00 a.m. And Ms. Tucker, you, as you indicated to me, you already spoke with someone at that office, Ms. Mullane. So what you'll want to do is zoom back in on the 19th of February. Then between now and that time, Ms. Mullane will be in contact with you regarding how you might proceed in this matter.
Okay.
Judge, so I haven't dropped the ball. Miss Tucker, do you have Miss Mullane's phone number?
Yes,
All
I
right.
do.
And she has yours?
Yes,
Very
she
good.
does.
All right, well, you're all set. You're all set, Ms. Tucker. I just wanted to make sure that you were connected to the resource, and Mr. Lockhart works for that same agency. And so Ms. Mullane had already informed him that she had talked with you. So we've set the new date up and just come back at that time, right?
Okay. Thank you, Judge. Thank you all.
Good luck, ma'am.
Have a good day. Thank you.
I also have Nicole Brown on this Zoom, Mr. Lockhart, and this is the first hearing that I've set over for the 19th of February 2021 at 9:00 a.m. She needs to speak.
If Miss Tamara knows, is Mr. Scotty's client interested in the Sarah program? I see she's connected, but on mute. Or maybe Mr. Seco, if Mr. Seco knows.
Mr. Seco, do you know whether or not Mr. Sagati's office is interested in the Sarah program? Mr. Seco talking to you. All right.
You're on mute, Mr. Seco. Judge, I'll do an interview of Miss Brown if you wish. Can you tell me from the court file, does this allege a lease violation, and is there a lease?
There is a complaint. It is a complaint to recover possession of property. It does. The file contains a notice to quit. I do not see the attachment of a lease. It says termination of tenancy by notice to quit, and that's it. All right,
okay.
So, Mr. Siegel, are you there, Mr. Siegel? All right, so
Yes,
Mr.
came
Lockhart,
in and went out again.
yeah,
That's all right. I will interview Miss Brown and we'll see what we can do.
all right, Ms. Brown, I'm sending you to that breakout room now that I promised. That will be breakout room number 1, ma'am. Are there still persons in number 1, Mr. Lockhart?
Correct, Your Honor. Miss Scott is still in there with Steverson and Richardson.
Okay, look like they're gone now.
Oh,
I'm here.
all right. No, breakout room 1 should be open then.
All right, very well. So I'm sending Ms. Brown to breakout room 1.
Thank you.
Could we have Miss Scott with us again, please?
She can automatically go back. She has to prompt for number 1, Ms. Scott.
Excellent.
And Ms. Yates, I know that you're still there, and we're getting to you.
And I don't mean to interrupt, Judge. You know, I am in the room for Kennedy, so I am there.
I have no idea who's talking. If I haven't called your case, then you're waiting for me to call your case. That's where you are now.
Okay.
All right, this is case number 20-349-752. This is Art Homes LLC versus Richard Strickland and other occupants of property located on Stansbury, 19733 Stansbury Street in the city of Detroit. Mr. James Abbott is the attorney of record, P number 26085. This appears to be a first hearing regarding this matter. Do I have anyone living at the property on Stansbury? If you are one person living there, a person living there, please say something at this time on Stansberry in Detroit, 19733.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
All right, I see you, Mr. Strickland, and good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
All right, now the file says Richard Strickland, and your device says Robert Strickland. What's your
Yes,
name? What's your name?
Robert.
All right, thank you, Mr. Strickland. You do live at the property on Stansberry, correct?
Yes.
So have you spoken with anyone regarding your rights in this matter, sir?
No, sir.
All right. All right, so I'm going to connect you to a resource, a lawyer that you can talk to. I know, this is just one thing, sir, one moment. That this is a complaint for termination of tenancy. So I'm going to set it up so that you could talk to a lawyer.
Okay.
And I'll direct you there in just a moment. I will set your case for its next hearing date. That's going to be 2/19/21. That's going to be at 9 o'clock a.m., 2/19/21 at 9 o'clock a.m. That's when you're coming back to see me. The whole time I'll talk to a lawyer just as soon as I can. All right, sir?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, the court is calling case number 23-49809. This is Marcus Irving versus occupants of property located at 5000 Charles Street. Your appearance at this time, counsel.
Your Honor, for the record, Attorney Frederick Coleman, 56540 on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, thank you, counsel. This is the first hearing regarding the property on Charles Street and regarding a complaint to recover possession of property. Do I have any occupant of 5000 Charles on this Zoom? If you are, please say something at this time. All right, it does appear that the defendant did not and has not appeared regarding this matter, has not responded to the court's call. Accordingly, the court will set the matter over for a next action date, setting the matter on for the 12th of February 2019. I'll strike at 2021 at 9 o'clock a.m. If the defendant does not appear, the court would be inclined to grant a motion for entry of default judgment on that day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, do I have Mr. Lavasser? Mr. Wasbury? Any other plaintiff counsel on this Zoom at this time? I see you there, Mr. Seco, and I don't have other matters for you right now.
So she was doing one case, and then she was doing one of, I think she did with somebody else. So she had two cases. That was it.
We covered those.
Okay.
So that was, those were among those
I'm
dismissals.
sorry, Your Honor, did you call my name?
Yes, I mentioned your name because I was looking to see if there was something in a time slot now, but we've already dealt with your matters. You know that on the suffix 1207 and 9752, yours is 1207. Ms. Yates is the person residing at the property there, and she's going to speak with a lawyer regarding this matter. And I know that it's a writ matter, so after she speaks to a lawyer, we'll try and find out what's going on there.
Okay, so are you setting this for an adjournment if she doesn't speak to the attorney right now? I'm sorry, I'm just getting called back into 436.
Yeah, just check back in because
Okay.
I'll need to see what the attorney's position is on the writ because there's been a writ signed. We'll
Yes,
address that.
thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, this is case number 20349-803. This is Calvin Wilson versus Greg Monkley and other occupants of property at 4045 through 4047 Buena Vista. The court is also calling at this time the suffix 9788, that is Patricia Trotter versus Joy Wilson. The court is also calling at this time the suffix 7870, that's James Williams versus Bobby Means and Sandy Means, and all occupants of property at 16149 Kentucky Street, the upper, it says upper / lower unit. All right.
I'm here.
Do I have Calvin Wilson on this Zoom? Say so if you're here. Mr. Wilson, Calvin Wilson is who I'm looking for.
Your Honor.
I'm looking for Calvin Wilson. Where are you?
Your Honor.
Are you Calvin Wilson?
I'm James Williams.
Yeah, I haven't come to you yet. I may have called your case, but I haven't come to you yet. Just stand down for a moment.
Thank you.
Where's Mr. Calvin? I'm calling on the Buena Vista property now. Calvin Williams? Wilson, Calvin Wilson. All right, do I have Greg Bunkley living at that location on Buena Vista? I have Bunkley. If you're at that location, please say something at this time. All right, it appears that neither the plaintiff nor defendant has appeared on this matter. It is a first hearing. The court would automatically adjourn it to a subsequent hearing date. Accordingly, in this matter, the court will set the matter over for the 12th of February, and that matter is set for 9:00 a.m. If the plaintiff does not appear, the case would then be dismissed. If the plaintiff appears and the defendant does not, the court would be inclined to grant a motion for entry of default judgment at that time. I'm now looking at the case that involves owner Patricia Trotter. If you on the Zoom, say something to me right now.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Ms. Trotter, I see you there. Good morning to you, ma'am. You filed a complaint regarding the property that you own on West Euclid Street. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Just one moment. All right. I'm looking for Joy Wilson. Do I have Joy Wilson on the Zoom? Say something if you're here. All right, what's your name, ma'am?
Joy Wilson.
All right, thank you, Ms. Wilson. And you live at the property on West Euclid, is that correct, ma'am?
Yeah.
Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. All right, Ms. Wilson, have you had an opportunity to speak with a lawyer regarding your rights in this matter and the ways that this case might, in fact, be resolved? Have you had an opportunity to talk to anyone?
No, I haven't.
All right. By law, you do have the right to the assistance of an attorney in regard to this matter, and therefore, I'm going to give you the opportunity to speak with someone. All right, and I'll do that today. And in relationship to this matter, under the state administrative order, I'm required to set a second hearing date regarding this matter. So I will adjourn it because the law requires that. I'm setting it for the 19th of February, 2019, 2021. I don't know why 19 wants to come out twice. 2021. I'm going to set this at 9:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. That's the next time that the two of you will Zoom back in to see me. In a moment, I'm going to send Ms. Wilson to speak with the lawyer to see if she might be able to find or get legal advice and also understand what opportunities there may be to resolve the matter. It is a termination of action, a termination of tenancy matter, where there's not a money claim that's being made at this time. Ms. Trotter, there is a program that is coming out that is in the nature of what's called a CR program. It's in the nature of a program that can help resolve underlying rent issues. It involves public funds being made available to solve any rent issues. Are you interested in such a program in terms of looking for a way to resolve this case, Ms. Trotter?
No.
All right, very well, ma'am. Thank you. All right, so Ms. Wilson, I'll give you an opportunity to speak with someone in just a moment, ma'am, and you all have your date. Ms. Trotter, you are free to go with that date. Ms. Wilson is going to stick around to speak with a lawyer. on the next date, I will revisit this matter on the 19th of February, 2021 at 9:38.
Thank you.
Judge, this is Lockhart. Before Ms. Trotter leaves, do the court pleadings show a phone number for the plaintiff? It's a pro per. I don't need to know the phone number on Zoom, but
yes,
just
sir, I
want to
will
know
do
if
that.
it's there if I need to find it.
Yeah, yes, I do see that in the file. And I can chat that to you.
Very good, Judge.
All right. Now,
by the way, one of my staff people has told me the YouTube is not broadcasting, which seems to have been a repeated problem out of technical problem, just so you know.
Yeah, and I kind of figured as much, and I don't know what that problem is, so we're kind of just plowing forward. I set it up and it's not doing it, so.
Sorry to digress again.
Oh, no, I appreciate your input in that regard. All right, so let's see if we can get her number chatted to you, sir. I do have other persons that are in this Zoom that need to speak with someone, and they are ahead of Ms. Wilson. That is Ms. Yates, and then Mr. Strickland, Mr. Robert Strickland. And finally,
just so Your Honor knows, I'm about at my limit of caseload, meaning I'm pretty much not willing to take new cases now because I can't take care of the people I already got. So I'm going to be doing mostly advice only from here on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I wish that there was something that I could do about that.
I know.
But
just for your information.
Oh, no, I was saying, fortunately for you, I can't force your hand. So,
those criminal law judges used to pull me out all the time, whether I liked it or not.
that's a little different. All right, so I'm chatting that number to you right now, and that simply gives him a way to reach out to you, Ms. Trotter, if he's able to do so, or someone from your firm. And I'm sorry, I did not send the name. It is Patricia Trotter.
I have it, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And
Ms. Trotter, I'm probably not going to contact you, but if you get a call from a Steve Lockhart, I'm a legal aid lawyer that may be coming into this case to help your tenant. I'm not your lawyer. I will be the enemy.
No, that's fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So, and I'll probably switch over.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, before I send you away to talk to someone, at least share some information, Mr. Lockhart, there is a file that you are on. I wanted to call, and I haven't forgotten Mr. James Williams. Yours is next up, and I haven't forgotten Freddie Parker. I'm dealing with those matters in pro pers. There is a case that I saw your name in with Mr. Abbott, and I believe that's
968.
Yeah, there it is. All right, and that is 2346968. That is Boydell Development Company versus Delbert Salter and other occupants of property located in the city of Detroit at 1301 West Lafayette, number 204. Today is the adjourned date for hearing regarding this matter. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Judge, if it please the court, Steve Lockhart, P32090, standing in for defense attorney Jamisha Willingham on behalf of Mr. Salter. Mr. Salter is connected to this hearing, and
I see.
the
Aren't you, Mr. Salter?
plaintiff's representative, Miss Mary Burke, is also connected, apparently represented by Mr. Abbott.
Thank you. All right, counsel, what's the status of this matter, sir?
Judge, Miss Willingham has left our employ for bigger and better things. I received an email from attorney Marilyn Mullane this morning that she understood that Willingham and Abbott have been in negotiations to use Sarah funds in this case. I do not have any confirmation of that from Mr. Abbott. And in a chat with Miss Burke, I don't know that she has anything to add, but I will defer to her if she does.
I got nothing.
Well, that's as quick as you can get.
Mr. Salter, were you represented by Miss Willingham?
Well, yeah, she was supposed, she was fine. She was looking
Yes,
into.
will do. Did you send in paperwork, sir, with an application?
Yes, I did, sir.
All right. Ms. Burke, if you will give me benefit of doubt, it looks like Mr. Abbott was working on getting your office paid through a program instead of terminating this case, trying to get some money into the landlord. Would you agree to let us adjourn this to see if that's fruitful?
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds about the right approach to take. Mr. Salter has the unfortunate experience of his lawyer leaving and going to somewhere else. So there are yet persons that will help to move the process along. But in the interim, I'm going to adjourn the matter so that all the connections can come together. I'll set it over for the 19th of February at 9:00 a.m. That's when everybody will Zoom back in. So that's the date on this matter. And I wish you well, Mr. Salter. Note the new date again, the 19th of February, 2021 at 9:00 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Salter, has anybody from our office contacted you other than Miss Willingham?
No, sir.
If you have a pen, I want to give you my number.
Okay.
313.
All right.
774.
Okay.
0371.
And your name is?
Steve Lockhart.
Steve Lockhart.
Unless I did something wrong, then it's Fred Coleman.
So, Mary, do I need to speak to you separately in regards to what we discussed, or is the 19th fine to resume about this?
You're on mute, Miss Burke.
I'll be back on the 19th. You have my
Okay.
number in my office.
Yes, ma'am.
You have that number.
So I don't have to worry about anything until at least the 19th. Is that correct?
Correct, because he won't sign the paperwork.
I just didn't want to walk home into an empty place or locked out or something, but okay, the 19th. Thank you very much.
Understanding is everything. You're right. You don't just come back. Okay, at least until that time.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you for the date, Ms. Burke. I'm back on the record regarding 7870. Thank you, Mr. James Williams, for your patience in this regard. Williams regarding Williams versus Meads. Mr. Williams, where are you, sir?
I'm here, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Williams, and good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
So you own the property there on Kentucky Street, both the upper and lower unit, it says, correct?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right. Let me check one thing. Do I have on this Zoom Bob Means or Sandy Means or any person living at the property on Kentucky Street? Say something if you're on the Zoom, please. All right. It looks like neither defendant has appeared regarding this matter. Just one moment. Therefore, it is the first hearing, it looks like, in this matter, sir.
Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
This is not the first hearing. The first hearing was on November 13th. And then
Let me stop you for a moment. Something is wrong with your device. I could hear you real clearly a moment ago. So did you move away from the speaker or something? Because it sounds like you're a distance away or something.
Now, can you hear me now?
A little bit better. So go ahead. Let me see if I can get what you're saying. Go ahead, sir.
The first hearing was on November 13th.
Let me do something here.
His volume is not.
What did you say, Madam?
I can't hear him that well either.
Yeah.
Can you hear me better now, Your Honor?
Yes. Yes.
The first hearing was on November 13th.
You said November 13th?
Yes, sir. And it was rescheduled then for December 14th.
All right. And then we had the court closure.
Yes, and the tenant never showed up either time.
All right. In that case, I do see the notations on the file now. Accordingly, the court will grant your petition for entry of judgment by default. The court will sign the judgment consistent therewith, finding that the plaintiff has the right to possession, that the tenant occupants must move from the property on or before, just one moment, sir, on or before the 9th of February, or after that date, a writ will issue in this matter, allowing for eviction from the property. That's 2/9/21. The tenants must move by that date, or a writ would issue allowing for eviction from the property. Now, do you have a judgment prepared, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
You know how to email that to my clerk so that we can get that all signed up and get it back to you, sir?
Is the fax number 313?
Well, no. You gotta go email. You know how to email it? You know how to?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you're gonna email that to Latifah, and she's gonna spell it for you in just a moment. Latifah.Hunter.
Yeah, Latifah, LAT as in Tom, IFAH.Hunter.
At 36districtcourt.org.
Is that a number or just it's spelled out 36?
Yeah, you have 36, 36th, 36th, District Court, .org. So Latifah.Hunter at 36th, District Court.org.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, get that over to us, sir. I'll get it signed and get it back to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good day to you, sir. Default. All right. And let me deal with 2349812. That's Freddie or Florence Parker versus Essential Care Corporation and LaTanya Brown and other occupants of property at 14200 Puritan Street in the city of Detroit. Do I have the Parkers or a Parker on this Zoom? Say something if you're there. Freddie or Florence Parker? All right, do I have LaTanya Brown or Essential Care Corporation, someone in this regard?
I am present.
And what's your name?
LaTanya Brown.
All right, Ms. Brown, is this place on Puritan, is this a place where you live, or is this a business? What is this, ma'am?
It is a business.
All right, and I see that they have here Essential Care Corporation. Is that place leased in the name of the corporation?
Yes.
All right. Well, that corporation will have to be represented by an attorney. So whatever agreement that you reach with the other side, you're indicating that you reached that agreement under the corporation. Is that true?
That is not.
I'm sorry?
We haven't reached an agreement.
All right, so you're renting or leasing some property or something, true?
That is true.
Okay, and the agreement that you reached to get the property, that had something to do with the corporation, correct?
Well, when it says corporation, it's just an S corp. So it's not, I converted the LLC into a corporation. So it's just an S corp.
You're incorporated, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, that's not a problem. It's just that a corporation, an incorporated entity has to be represented by an attorney in the state of Michigan. And this is the first hearing on this matter. I know it's not residential, but the other side is not here on this matter. They have not responded.
They're here, Judge. I'm sorry to interrupt. They are there, but they're on mute. You can't unmute.
Okay, where is, all right, so
F
Mr.
Park, it says F Park.
Okay, all right. The indication that I'm seeing with F Park is that Freddie and Florence Park? Just nod your head if that's you. Okay, gotcha. For some reason, I'm not hearing you. You need to unmute yourself in order for me to be able to hear you. Today is the first hearing date on this matter, so I am going to set it over for the next action date regarding this matter. And that next date, I'm going to set over for, can I put it, what's the earliest I can do that? This is.
Oh, this is different. You need a longer date? You need a longer time? Your earliest date? You can do it. You want to do it next week? You can do it on the, probably say like 20, on the 3rd, maybe the 3rd or 4th. I can't hear you. 11.
Oh, yeah.
February 11th.
February 11th. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to set this over for February 2021. I'm going to set it for 10:30 a.m. February 11th, 10:30 a.m. So good morning to you, Mr. Park. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, so you got that right button finally. All right. So I spoke with the other side, and I think that you were able to hear me. This sounds like a commercial rental type situation.
It is. It is a commercial building.
That's Michael Smith, Judge.
Yeah. Mr. Smith, you mute your phone, your device. Okay. So I'm going to set it for a next hearing date. I understand from Ms. Brown that she did not. She said she didn't sign anything. So you guys reached an agreement. Do you have a signed document or what?
Yes, we have a signed document, and you should have the lease agreement in your hand.
All right. No, I don't have it in my hand. I'm not doing all that searching right now. I'm going to get you to tell me. So you, Mr. Parker, you say that there is something that's signed, correct?
Yes.
Yes, there's signed. There's a lease that we sent to the court with all this paperwork.
With all the paperwork, everything.
All right. All right. So what I'm going to do, Miss Brown, you will need to you'll need to get someone that you can speak to, a lawyer, to talk about this matter because this is you said it's an incorporated entity. So you're going to have to speak through your lawyer. So I'm setting that date over for the 11th. You will need to get someone involved that can speak on behalf of the corporation. The law does not allow you to do that individually. You understand, ma'am?
Okay. Yes.
All right. All right. So you've got the adjourn date. That's the 11th of February at 10:30 a.m. That's the next time that I'll take a look at this matter. All right. I wish both sides well. I'll see you on that date.
Okay. Thank you.
Good day to you.
I am so sorry to interrupt, but I do have to go. I'm a manager at my job. I am so sorry.
You have to make that decision when I call you. When I call your case, it's your case, and if you decide to bail out, then you bail out. And I'm gonna let you interrupt me this time, but the next time it'll be 50 lashes. I'm kidding about that part, but you can't be.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. I'm not.
You know how to chat. You know how to go on the chat and hit something in the chat. You know how to do that.
I'm sorry. Oh no, I don't. My bad.
You know. All right. What's your name?
Kinsey. Last name is Kinsey. Zaire Kinsey.
First name is
Zaire.
Zaire. Thank you, Mr. Zaire. And the last name is Kennedy.
Kinsey.
Kinsey.
It's K. Yep. Kinsey. Yep.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Kinsey. All right, Mr. Kinsey. Let me ask you, what's your case number? What's the last 4 digits of your case number?
Uh-oh. Okay, one moment. I hope that's a clock.
Judge, that's 784 at 920.
Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even know what your case is. You tell me if you're ready to go. All right, let's figure out what's going on here. This is.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with everything, and I'm trying to understand.
Stop. I have enough. Okay, this is case number 20349784. This is Finkel 1 LLC versus Zaire Kinsley and other occupants of property at 23413 Finkel number C5. The matter is before the court on the filing of a complaint for non-payment of rent. Counsel, strike that, sir. Strike that. This is a complaint for termination of tenancy. All right. So you live at the property, Mr. Kinsey. Is that correct, sir?
No, I've been gone.
When did you move out of the property, sir?
About 2 months ago.
All right. Is anyone else who was
No.
living there? No. Is anyone else living there at the time that you moved out?
No. Now, I do know my friend that was living with me did have access to the place. So after I did leave, I don't know what has took place. I do know when I left, I took everything that was mine out of there.
All right. All right, very well. And you said that's been about 2 months ago, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right, very well, sir. All right, so what I'm going to do at this time, Mr. Kinsey, is I'm going to dismiss you out of this case. I'm going to grant a judgment by default against occupants.
All right.
And if there's anybody there, the plaintiff will be able to get a default judgment against any occupants. That will take your name off of it. You understand?
That works. Because I'm like, I don't want my name to be part of nothing. I've already moved and I work.
I thought you had to leave. Why are you still here talking? All right.
I'm about to go right now.
Your case. You're dismissed out of this case. I wish you well, sir. Good day to you.
You too. Thank you.
All right. All right, there we go. That's what happens on that. Mr. Ashton leaves and also considered the judgment.
Okay.
Mr. McGuire, I see you there, sir. What are you, which matter are you here on? Mr. Coleman, I'm coming to you as well, sir.
He has a matter with me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, and we're just discussing an adjournment. So,
All right.
we'll get back to you.
Are you ready? You ready for the call on it?
You can call it, Your Honor. We just do
Yes, you can
a
call.
short adjournment.
Yeah, I see that there are 2 matters that you have, Mr. Coleman. Which is that 9860?
I have 9860 and 856, but those are separate matters. The one I have with Mr. McGuire is one ending in 8751.
If it was scheduled for 10:30.
What's the number? All right, so
You said 851.
Is
it this one? Here's a 751.
I'm scheduled for 10:30.
What time is it?
This is an 8751.
The name of the defendant is Alfonso Strong.
Who's over here?
All right. This is case number 2348751. This is MCL Rentals LLC versus Alfonso Strong and other occupants of property at 19350 Rosemont in the city of Detroit. The matter was adjourned. Looks like it was adjourned to today's date. Counsel, your appearance for plaintiff?
Your Honor, for the record, Attorney Frederick Coleman, P 56548, on behalf of the plaintiff. The original date on this was December 4th when the court was closed, so this would be a first hearing.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the correction. Mr. McGuire?
Good morning, Your Honor. Joe McGuire, P75571, appearing on behalf of defendant Alfonso Strong.
Thank you. So it is, go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, we're very close to resolving this matter. We have some math issues to work out. We're asking for a short adjournment of a couple weeks so we can finalize everything and move forward.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so very well. I'll give it the 11th of February, 2/11/21, and I'll put it at 10 o'clock a.m. Obviously, if you resolve it before that time, just submit a proper order. Otherwise, set on for 2/11 at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Joe, if you could send me your math, I can go over it and see if we can get this worked out sooner than later, okay?
Will do.
Thank you, Joe.
No
Yeah,
problem.
I have two more scheduled for 11. They're both first hearings. They're terminations, just to be, they're both terminations, so they need to be adjourned out.
All right, and I'll call them at that time, sir, and they will be set over another date. And I'll check on the persons that may be.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Matters. I am Mr. Lockhart. Ms. Yates is waiting to speak with you. Are you able to speak with her now, sir?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Ms. Yates, you're still, yeah. And
if Ms. DeSico is connected.
She is.
Ms. DeSico, do you have any knowledge of whether plaintiff is interested in the Sarah rent program? It looks like they've taken gas for a year now.
For this one, for 207, you mean?
Correct. It's
Yeah.
a writ hearing.
Right. Honestly, at this point, I think my clients are just looking for a date that they can retake possession at this time.
Very good.
All right, so I'll set it. Let me go ahead and set that for. Well, you're going to see if you can. Well, let me set it for the 11th of February 2021. I'll set that at 9:30. So let me revisit that at that time. See if you can get something worked out. All right. So I've already sent Ms. Yates to number 1, and Mr. Lockhart, you can return to that slot.
Yes, Judge. Ms. DeSico, do you want me to follow up with Gary or yourself?
No, on 207, this is my case. So
very good. I'll contact you if there's some follow-up.
okay, that would be great. And that was 211?
Yes, at 9:30.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
I thank you. Good day to you.
Heading to 1.
All right.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
No, just one moment, ma'am.
Okay.
Steve Dunham, this is Abbott.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm coming to you now, Mr. Abbott. This is case number 2349778. This is Kim Trimble versus occupants of property at 15763 Ardmore. The court also calls the suffix 7999. That's a high yield management versus occupants of property at 12011 Ashton. The court calls the suffix 9816. That's David Spahn. SVPOND versus Renee Monroe and other occupants of property at 457 West Golden Gate. The court calls the suffix 9848. That is Wanda Whiteside versus Darlene Curry and occupants of property located at 15718 North Lawn, the first floor. Regarding that matter, counsel, your appearance at this time, sir.
Good morning, Judge Coleman. My name is James Abbott. I'm a lawyer, P26085. I represent the plaintiff.
All right, thank you, sir. And do I have any attorneys representing any of the persons that I've called regarding this packet of files? If you are a
Your Honor.
defense attorney representing any person on these files, please enter your appearance for the defendants at this time. All right. Do I have on this Zoom any occupant of property on Ardmore Street, 15763 Ardmore? Say something if you're here. Regarding the
Yes,
suffix.
I'm here. Danielle Boatwright. I said,
Ms. Boatwright, you live on Ardmore?
yes, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And have you spoken with an attorney regarding your rights in this matter, ma'am? You do have the right to an attorney. Have you spoken to anyone?
No, sir. I was going to try, but I've been reaching out, but I haven't spoke with an attorney, sir.
All right. All right, so I'm going to give you someone to talk to today regarding this matter. And given that this is the first hearing, I'm required by law to set it over for a second hearing. That second hearing date is the 19th of February 2021. And the matter will be set on for 9:15. February 19th, 2021, 9:15 a.m. That's when you're going to come back to court. I'm going to give you an attorney to talk to in short order, so just stand by for that. All right, ma'am?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, regarding the property on Ashton Street, occupants at Ashton Street, if you're on the Zoom, please say something. That's the suffix 9799. It appears defendants have not appeared on this matter. The court will at this time set it over for 2/16/21 at 9:30 a.m. Regarding the suffix 9816, that's Renee Golden and other occupants of Renee Monroe and other occupants of West Golden Gate. If you're on this Zoom, please say something at this time. Regarding the suffix 9848, Wanda Whiteside, right there, Wanda Whiteside, yes, versus Darlene Curry. Curry regarding the property on North Lawn, the first floor. If you're on the Zoom, please say something at this time. It appears regarding both these matters that defendants have not appeared. Neither have they responded to the court's call accordingly. The court will now set the matters over for new action date. That date's going to be 2/16/21, and that's going to be at 9:15 a.m. on both these matters. If defendants do not appear, then the court will entertain a motion to for entry of default judgment. The court would note that as it relates to the suffix 9848, that matter is actually set for 10:50. That time, of course, has not arrived yet. Should defendant show up in the Zoom, the court will address that matter at that time. All right, Mr. Abbott, there was an earlier case that you had, sir. I did call the matter. There was a gentleman that showed up. He indicated that he had moved out of the property. The case was made out for termination, and there was, he said that there may have been someone else remaining in the property. So I dismissed the defendant, the named defendant, out of the file and indicated that a judgment may enter.
Your Honor, I could not understand what you were last saying. I believe you were speaking to me about our case for River House.
Talking to Mr. Abbott right now, and I'll come to whoever's next in just a moment. Mr. Abbott, regarding the suffix 9784, I dismissed Zaire Kinsley out of that matter and said that a judgment concerning occupants of the property at that location, and that a written issue if the property is cleared out by the 4th of February 2021.
Thank you.
I'll sign it upon submission. All right.
Excuse me, did you call the house case involving Mr. Mercer?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I'm talking to us, Ed. Who am I talking to? Talk to me?
Yeah, this attorney Aaron Ogletree.
Yeah, and what's the suffix on your case, Mr.
The,
Ogletree?
the suffix is 349-835.
3498. All right, let's see what we got here. Just one moment, sir. Should be up here.
He was the one with Lockhart, Mr. Lockhart was supposed to know.
Your Honor, are you speaking with Mr. Mercer?
No, I'm speaking with Mr. Ogletree right now, and regarding case number 3498. In just one moment. Did you find something?
This is 573.
All right, Mr. Ogletree, we're looking for your matter, so we'll come back to that in a moment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, do I have Mr. Wasbury? Let me call the case.
Your Honor, if there are any more matters with Mr. Abbott, I don't know if this was called earlier, but it was suffix 6968. It's adjourned.
I'm not sure what happened to it, but he stood in for you in that regard. It's likely an adjourned date. What's the name?
Okay. Salter Delbert.
Yes, that it was adjourned. Mr. Lockhart has some information on that.
That's the case.
Lockhart? Okay. I'll talk to him. I'll get the date. Okay.
What's the new date, Your Honor, on that?
19th of, 1 second, Mr. Abbott, regarding, oh yeah, this is your file, isn't it? Yeah, that new date is the 19th of February, 2021 at 9 a.m. Ms. Mullane?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
That's a 6968.
Thank you.
All right, this is, we had this yesterday. Why is this 19?
Must have been on the docket again. Must have been on there again. It probably is not first day. It may not be first day.
Okay, we'll sit that one aside. Okay, all right. Mr. Lavasher. Mr. Abbott, is there anything else you need to check up on at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm curious about 9752, Hart Holmes versus Strickland.
An
830 case.
Yeah, that's been dealt with.
I think that was the one I just.
9754.
Is that at 9752?
What did you say, Mr.
9752.
52, yeah. Yeah, I've got it here, Mr. Abbott. Mr. Strickland is present, Robert Strickland, and I've set up for him to talk to a lawyer, and I'm trying to get him into a breakout room as soon as I can get him to someone to speak to a lawyer. That's Mr. Strickland.
We have an adjourned date.
9 o'clock a.m. on the 19th of February.
Thank you.
All right, this is case number 2349835. This is River House versus Trellis, Trellis. Mercer is the last name, regarding property 9 East Jefferson, apartment 804. The matter is before the court on the filing of the complaint to recover possession of property. Your appearance at this time, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dalen Hanna on behalf of River House LLC, doing business at Jeffersonian House.
All right, thank you, counsel. This is the first hearing on this matter. Is Mercer, last name Mercer, present on this Zoom, or any person living at the East Jefferson apartment 804? Say something if you're on the Zoom.
Present.
Oh, yeah, okay, Mr. Ogletree, you there?
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right, your appearance at this time, sir.
Yeah, Aaron Ogletree on behalf of Mr. Mercer.
Your P number for the record, please.
69167.
All right, thank you, counsel. So have you and Mr. Hanna spoken on this matter at all, Mr. Ogletree?
Me and Mr. Hammonds, I don't think we spoke, but very briefly yesterday.
All right,
Nothing substantively.
All right, this is the first hearing regarding this matter. I'm inclined by the state order to set the matter over for a subsequent hearing date in this matter. So the date that I'm working with is the 18th, strike at the 19th February 2021 at 9:45 a.m. That will be the new date in this matter. That's 2/19 at 9:45 a.m. That's the next hearing date on this matter.
Yeah, in Your Honor, I did put forth ground saying that the court doesn't have jurisdiction in this matter.
All right. So did you raise that before? Is there a?
I filed an answer.
You filed an answer? Okay.
Yeah.
Your answer has not reached the file yet.
Your Honor, my office has not received a copy of that as well.
So by the next action date, I suppose that it will catch up. That's one of the challenges that we're having in this environment, secondary to COVID and so on and so forth. So it hasn't reached the file yet, but by that next date, I should have that and be able to review it at that time.
And that would be February what day?
The 19th.
February 19th.
At 9:45 a.m., sir.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, may I obtain defense counsel's phone number on the record just so I can communicate with him after this hearing?
Yeah, well, you can chat it, whichever way you want to do it, Mr. Ogletree.
Okay, and will I be able to preserve about the jurisdiction issues to that date?
Oh, absolutely. You put it on the record that you filed something. That doesn't mean that it hasn't been filed. It just means that it hasn't made its way to the to the file yet. Okay. All right. So I'll address that issue. So noted, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Let me ask you right now. I don't have the written document, and Mr. Hanna indicates he hasn't received an answer either. What is the gravamen of your claim of lack of jurisdiction? Is subject matter personal jurisdiction? What are you saying, sir?
Yes, those are some of the arguments put forth in it. One.
Yeah, ever so briefly, you're saying they weren't served, that it's not the right address or something. What are you saying?
No, not saying the right address, not the right address. Like personal subject matter in interim jurisdiction is the plaintiff's demand for possession, not paying the rent, are defective, and they're violating his due process rights. Saying insufficient process.
All right, I guess what I'm getting at, Mr. Ogletree, don't rock me to sleep with stuff that we already know. What are you saying happened in this case specifically, so that maybe you and Mr. Hanna could kind of get to it and figure out what this is? If you got something real specific, I mean, if it's I'm not asking you to argue emotion at this point. If there's something that you can put the needle to.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of quick things. One is that my client has applied under the CDC. Another thing is that my client's lease doesn't end until February 21st. And they did a demand for possessions, claiming non-payment of rent. And they're suing. They did demand possession for non-payment of rent, but then they filed for recovery possession of the property. So it's a couple of quick arguments, straightforward, that I can put forth. And also, he's applied for the eviction diversion program with the help of the landlord. They've done that a couple of months ago, my understanding.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, perhaps on that landscape, the sites may be able to find something that you can resolve. Obviously, it's noted in the file that I have as a termination action. But if the plaintiff is interested in trying to resolve this through the then that may be a way to get it resolved on the merits. It seems that there may be some procedural attacks.
Your Honor, I could speak on.
Hold on a second. I'll take a look at them as they're presented. Mr. Hanna, you may, sir.
I apologize. I will reach out to Mr. Ogletree and speak to him. I don't want to. I do see that he has chatted with me his phone number, and I do appreciate that. I'm not going to respond because it's not a motion, and I obviously we have substantive defenses to that. But in any event, we will try to resolve this to try to avoid having to come before the court again on this matter. and we'll make every effort towards that end.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting at. I didn't want anybody to get in their legal stances from the standpoint of arguing the motion, because obviously I don't even have a copy of it. Mr. Hannah doesn't. But just sometimes when attorneys talk it out and hit a high point here and there, maybe they find some place where some things can be dealt with without being a protracted kind of situation. So I'll see you all on the 19th at 9:45 a.m. Good day to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do I have Ms. Farouk? Parakh, ma'am? Are you there somewhere? This is case number 20349806. This is Michigan Detroit Homes LLC versus Amani Dorsey and June Dorsey and other occupants of property located at 19018 Woodbine. The court also calls the suffix 9823. That is Detroit Center 1 versus Anthony Brown and occupants of property at 14108 Houston Whittier. Miss Kathleen Farouk, P number 78404, is the plaintiff's counsel in both matters. I believe she may be in another courtroom. Do I have on the Zoom Miss Amani Dorsey or June Dorsey or any person regarding the property on Woodbine? If you're on the Zoom, say something at this time. I'm also looking for Anthony Brown or occupants of property at 14108 Houston Whittier. If you're on the Zoom, please say something at this time. It appears regarding both matters that defendants have not appeared. The plaintiff's counsel is likely in another courtroom. Given that this is the first hearing date, the court is now going to set the matters over for 2/19/21 at 9:30 a.m. Both matters be set over for 9:30. If the plaintiff's counsel does not appear at that time, the matters will be dismissed. If defendant does not appear, the court would be inclined to grant a motion for entry of default judgment in both matters. So ordered.
Your Honor, if you could let me know whether suffix 9773 with Mr. Sagati was adjourned. It was the first hearing scheduled for 9 a.m. this morning.
This is Lockhart, Maryland. I just texted you that matter was adjourned to February 19,
Okay.
9 a.m. Miss Tucker was present. She said she has your phone number and will contact you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
All right. This is I'm coming to you, Mr. Horker, in just a moment. Do I have, okay, this is case number 2349827. This is the Love Intelligence Group versus LLC versus James Powers and other occupants of property at 15740 Ardmore. Your appearance at this time on this matter.
Yes, Mr. Judge. Yes, sir.
Attorneys,
You
just one
told,
moment.
I'm Danielle Boatwright. That's for me. I'm 15740 Ardmore.
Did you ask for an attorney, ma'am?
Yeah, you said you told me to stay online and wait for one. You was going to appoint someone to me.
All right, Mr. Hill, I see that you are on the Zoom, sir. Are you able to respond at this time regarding the property on Ardmore? All right. Let me ask you, I have James Powers or any occupant on Ardmore Street. That's 15740 Ardmore Street. You can say something.
Yes,
Okay.
Danielle Boatwright. That's me, Judge Donald Coleman. You just spoke with me first and told me to hold on because I haven't had a lawyer.
You live at 15740 Ardmore, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Danielle
just one moment.
Boatwright.
All right, just one moment, ma'am. All right, Mr. Hill, are you able to enter your appearance at this time, sir? All right, Ms. Fulbright, I'm going to set it up for you to speak with a lawyer. I'm going to reset this matter for the 19th of February at 10 o'clock a.m. I'll give you an opportunity to speak with a lawyer before you leave out of the Zoom. That's when you're going to come back to see me. That's 2/19/21 at 10 o'clock a.m.
Okay, sir.
Mr. Hill, I believe is counsel on this matter. Are you able to enter your appearance now, Mr. Hill?
Sorry, Your Honor, I'm on another call.
All right. Your appearance, if you will.
Yes, Attorney Ethan Hill for the plaintiff. This is the Powers case.
Yes. The suffix 927. I have on this Zoom Miss Danielle Boatwright. She indicates she resides at the property there in Ardmore. I'm setting it up so that she might speak with a lawyer, and then I'm adjourning this first hearing until the 19th of February, 2021 at 10 o'clock a.m. That'll be the next time for this case, sir. You understand? All right. So, Ms. Boatwright, we'll get you in to speak with a lawyer in just a moment here, ma'am. And you got the,
okay. Thank you.
In this matter. All right. Mr. Abbott, I know that it's not Mr. Abbott, counsel. I know that Mr. Strickland wants to speak with someone, Mr. Lockhart, and you seem to be it today. Can I put Mr. Robert Strickland in regarding the
may I get a case number, Judge?
Yeah, that's 2349752.
Oh, very first case on the docket. All right.
All right. So, Mr. Strickland, where are you, sir? I'm ready to send you to speak with Mr. Lockhart. Mr. Strickland, where are you, sir? Mr. Strickland, I know he was here. He was waiting faithfully. All right. So let me move on. I'll come back to Mr. Strickland if he returns. I have Joy Wilson that's waiting to speak with someone. Her new date is the 19th of February, 9:30. The case is 9788. It's an in pro per case.
Judge Lockhart can take Miss Wilson. Can you tell me from the court file, sir, is there any lease or any grounds for termination listed in the complaint?
No notation regarding any of those items within the file, sir. Just
Thank
in
you.
case termination might notice quick. All right.
If you could put Mr. Salome and Miss Scott in the breakout for myself and Miss Wilson, sir.
I'm
already headed, Your Honor. I can just jump in.
Ms. Wilson, I'm sending you now to breakout room number 1. So you'll receive a notification. You'll receive a notification to go there. And good day to you.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I lost connection for a second. The Powers case was just adjourned, correct?
Yes, sir. It was set for the second hearing under the administrative order. That's the 19th of February at 10 o'clock a.m.
Okay. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Good day to you.
Your Honor, have you come past the case of Diamond Massey? I was scheduled for 10:10 a.m.
If you haven't heard your name yet, that means I haven't called it because you've been here. I see you there.
Okay, just making sure.
I got you. I see you there as long as you're there. As soon as I can get to it. And you know what? I do think that I'm getting ready to call a case that is your case. It's just your timing is very interesting. All right.
Okay,
So
thank you.
a couple of cases I'm getting ready to call. I think you're one of them. All right. This is
Thank
case number
you.
20. All right. Thank you, ma'am. 23-4-9820. This is Woodbridge Estates Phase 1 versus Diamond Massey and other occupants of property at 1122 Four Tops. The court also at this time calls the suffix 9852, and that's Core International Group LLC versus Sonia Braxton and other occupants of property located at 10553 Wayburn. Your appearance for the plaintiff, counsel.
Joe Horton, P75969 in place of Aaron Cox for the plaintiffs.
All right, thank you, counsel. And regarding the property on Four Tops, you live at the property there, Ms. Massey, is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Ms. Massey. And Ms. Massey, I know this is the first hearing regarding this matter. Have you had an opportunity to speak with a lawyer regarding your rights in this matter, ma'am?
No.
All right. So, Ms. Massey, I do want you to have that opportunity. You have the right to the assistance of a lawyer regarding this matter. And so I'm going to set it up for you to talk to someone. I'm also setting this over. You've been here quite a bit of time, so you know that the administrative order of the Supreme Court requires that I set a new date. That date is going to be the 19th of February 2021. This case is going to be set for 9:30 a.m. on that day. You'll get a chance to talk to a lawyer so you can go over legal strategy and also go over what your rights are regarding this matter before you leave today. You understand, ma'am?
Okay, how do I get in contact with the lawyer? Do I contact the person on my paperwork, Aaron Daniel Cox?
That's who Mr. Cox represents, the other side. That's Mr. Horka works for his office. So I'm going to give you a lawyer that someone that you talk to that you can address that will either represent you or be able to give you some information as to how you go forward. And we're going to do that today. I'm going to send you to a breakout room. You're going to talk to someone today. Okay? You understand?
Okay.
I wish you well. I'll get back to you in just a moment, ma'am.
Okay, so just hold on the line.
Yeah, that's correct, ma'am. You got your date to come. You got your next date, correct?
Could you give it to me again? You said February 19th, right? At 9:30?
Yes, at 9:30, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And Ms. Massey, I'll be right with you. I have a couple cases in front of you that are talking with the lawyer, and then I'll be right to you, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you, ma'am. I'm looking for Sonia Braxton at this time. Ms. Braxton? Any person living at the 10553 Wayburn address, please speak up at this time. All right, it appears that in this matter, the defendant did not appear. It is the first hearing. I am setting it over for 2/19/21 at 9:30 a.m. That'll be the next action date on this matter. Counsel, defendant does not appear. The court will be inclined to grant an application for default judgment. So what?
Your Honor, that was 219 at 9:30.
That's correct, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Do I have Wendy Cooper or Mr. Applebaum regarding the Eagle versus Michael Smith matter? Yeah, case number 2347080. This is Eagle Home Management versus Michael Smith and other occupants of property located at 16149 Monica. Matters before the court on the adjourned date of hearing. I don't see Mr.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on behalf of David Applebaum. My name is Michelle Shango, P82014.
All right, thank you, Ms. Shango, and good morning to you.
Good morning.
Madam Counsel for defendant.
Your Honor, Wendy Cooper, P78424 on behalf of and with Mr. Smith and Ms. Bonner.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cooper. And Mr. Smith, are you there, sir? Good morning to you, Mr. Smith and Ms. Bonner.
Good morning.
Thank you,
good morning,
sir. Good morning. And good morning, Ms. Bonner. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cooper. Update me on what's going on here, please.
Your Honor, I believe we're back on this matter to determine whether the CDC protection applies to my client. The first hearing that we were here, we had asked that you review a memorandum and make a ruling on whether the protection applies to them.
That was actually the second hearing, Your Honor. That was the second hearing. And then this is the third hearing. It was adjourned as the court wanted to take under advisement whether the CDC moratorium applies to termination of tenancy cases. Just as a side note, on our last hearing, the defendants were court ordered to deposit money into escrow and pay it to our office, which we never received.
Your Honor, we did not receive that order, and the plaintiff's attorney did not reach out to us to set that up. Also, again, I would like to reiterate, I do not believe that this is appropriate in this case. This is a termination of tenancy case, plus this is a CDC halt on eviction that I believe is contrary to the CDC order. In addition, this home does not have a certificate of compliance on it. Under the city ordinance of Detroit, the owner is not permitted to collect rent on a home that does not have a certificate of compliance.
All right, well, the court issued an order for escrow payments, at least orally, but the court speaks to its written order. Did anyone submit the written order?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
Ms. Shango, was the written order submitted to the court regarding the escrow?
Your Honor, I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to double check with David as he was on that hearing. But I can double check now if you'd like.
Yeah, you might want to check to see whether or not that order was submitted, because obviously, if the order is in fact entered, whether the counsel and the client objects to it or not is an order of the court, and they're required to comply, unless they appeal or something along those lines. But if it's not formally entered, then the court speaks to its written orders, is the rule in the state of Michigan. So on this, the memorandum, if you will, it is obviously the position of the defendant in this matter that the CDC protocols are met under the circumstances of this case, notwithstanding the fact that it is a termination action. And Ms. Cooper, just give me your high points, if you will, in regard to that argument, please.
Your Honor, my clients applied back when I believe the first hearing. Nothing in the CDC order, well, nothing that the plaintiff has argued, I believe applies in this place. I think they're hanging their hat on exception number 5, which says that the defendants have violated some other contractual obligation, but they have not stated what that is. So I am waiting for the plaintiffs to give a valid argument on why the CDC order does not apply here. And I have not, to this date, I can't tell you what they're alleging.
All right. So I think that when I heard this last, it seemed to me that that the argument was simply that because it was a complaint for recovery as opposed to a non-payment action, that would be the basis upon which the CDC order should not apply. And your position regarding this matter, Ms. Cooper, specifically as to why that statement is not true.
That's correct. Nowhere in the order does it say it does not apply to termination of tenancy cases.
All right, Ms. Shangle.
So, Your Honor, there was a leasehold agreement that was ended in March 2020. From thereafter, it was a month-to-month tenancy. A notice to quit, a 30-day notice to quit was sent over, terminating the month-to-month tenancy. Again, this is a recovery of possession. No one's asking for money damages. If you read the Federal Register, Volume 85, Number 173, issued Friday, September 4, 2020, it expressly states, nothing in this order precludes evictions based on a tenant, lessee, or resident, gives 4 exceptions. On the 5th exception, it says, violating any other contractual obligation other than timely payment of rent or similar housing-related payment, including non-payment or late rent, fees, penalties, or interest. Again, no one's suing on non-payment of rent. No one's even asking for money damages. Recovery of possession is what's being requested, which is the right of the landlord, as there's no leasehold agreement. And even if there was a leasehold agreement, it was a month-to-month at that point that was terminated by the notice to quit. As such, the contractual obligation falls into the exception of the CDC order. We're imploring the court to grant this possession at this point.
I don't believe issuing a notice of a 30-day notice to quit itself terminates the lease.
It terminates the month.
Let me stop you for a moment. A part of the challenge here is, Ms. Cooper, your sound is distorted. I'm trying to listen to it. I don't know what it is. And Ms. Shangle, yours is not much better. But Ms. Cooper, yours is distorted.
I think there's some crosstalk here, that there's some people that aren't muted.
No, that's not it. It's yours. What you just did, you were much better, but your sound was distorted during the entire time that you were talking. I was able to kind of hear through it. The court report chimed in and says, yeah, both of their sounds are kind of doing something. Okay.
Okay.
So right now, that seems much better, Ms. Cooper.
Okay.
You were saying something.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Yeah, I thought you were speaking, or was Ms. Shangle speaking?
Ms. Cooper was speaking. She had said something that wasn't clear.
Who was speaking, Madam Court Reporter?
Ms. Cooper.
All right, Ms. Cooper, go ahead.
I believe that I was trying to argue that the 30-day notice itself does not terminate the lease. That is simply a notice that process is starting. A termination of tenancy in itself is a possessory action, which the CDC specifically states that it is trying to protect the defendants from being homeless. Both Mr. Smith and Ms. Bonner have a child that is autistic. They will be homeless if they are not granted this protection. And all we're asking is that they be allowed to have that protection until they can find other housing or the moratorium is lifted.
Your Honor.
Sherry, go ahead.
Sure. So the essence of a month-to-month tenancy is that the tenancy is only a month long. And the way to terminate that, because there's no set term, is by a notice to quit. That is in the amount of 30 days, giving them the amount of notice that their tenancy is at that point. If it's a month-to-month tenancy, you give them a month of notice to terminate that. With that being said, it falls under the exception of the CDC. It falls under the 5th exception. If Ms. Cooper's argument now switches to, oh, well, they needed time, well, she could have approached plaintiff with a consent judgment that we could have agreed to a vacate date. Instead, she's been arguing this circle argument of that it doesn't apply when it does. With that being said, we're asking for possession, no money judgment. So there's no rent at issue, right? Because there's no money judgment, strictly possession. We're just asking the court to grant that today.
Thank you, Ms. Shirley. You get the last word, Ms. Cooper.
And again, normal times, that would absolutely be true. There is no circular argument here. There's no exception that I believe applies in this case to the CDC. Again, we're asking that the CDC protection remain in place until the defendants can find other housing or that it is listed.
All right, the court has listened to the arguments on the motion, the memorandum related to the question of whether or not the CDC moratorium applies in this situation such that the defendant can submit a proffer affidavit and therefore receive the protection under the CDC moratorium. It was interesting to hear both sides argue somewhat parenthetically and at times very specifically the normal order of things, and that is landlord-tenant issues. Landlord-tenant notices, a notice termination after the expiration of a lease can be done just as a notification of the lease is terminating 30-day notice. A number of ways that one can go about doing that. Those are not really the gravamen issues of the challenge that's been brought before the court. What's been brought before the court is to address what the CDC's intentions were in relationship to the emergency protocols that are issued. For sure, we know that the ability to achieve a stay by virtue of the CDC order occurs in the context of cases where there is money involved. We know that for sure. But we also know that the bigger issue addressed by the CDC and the aim of the CDC is to interfere with individuals being displaced from dwelling places in the context of a pandemic. That is the heartbeat of the order that was issued by the CDC. And that being the heartbeat of the order, when there is conflicting language in the CDC's declaration, such that you look at some of the provisions, it almost seems to be wide enough to cover everything, and then you look at other provisions, it seems to be short enough to prevent anything. Where there is that kind of, if you will, conflict, where it's long enough to cover everything but too short to cover anything, and I'm probably exaggerating as I say that, then it would appear that it's left to some degree of reasonable interpretation. Reasonable interpretation in the context of this case would say that if the aim of the Center for Disease Control is to prevent people from being displaced where there is a pandemic, then this case would sit on all fours in that regard. And so my conclusion in this matter is that the application for CDC protection in this matter would apply to this case, and I would allow the submission, an affidavit that would comply with the CDC's declaration, I should say the CDC's order. To the extent that that is submitted, this matter will be stayed until the expiration of the CDC protocol. So ordered at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, what does that do to expire at the present time? Is that, I've stopped looking at it, is that January 31st or has it been extended beyond that day?
It's March
March
31st.
31st. Yeah.
I just said it gets up to somebody, two people talking about that. What did you say in school?
March
30.
March 31st.
March 31st, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, correct, Your Honor.
A little faster than I thought. Okay, so that's March 31st. So that's going to put this case, into April. That's going to set it over for April the first business day in April. I don't have the calendar, but it's telling me what that is now.
We want, first Wednesday will be the 5th.
The 5th of April, April 5 at 9:00 a.m. April 5, 9:00 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I wish you well, ma'am. Good meeting.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
We need a new calendar. They don't have anymore.
Yeah. And that's on. All right. So there are persons that, Mr. Strickland, you're back. I see I called for you earlier. I'm going to get you in to talk with Mr. Lockhart at this time. You ready to do so, Mr. Strickland?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Lockhart, it is 9752. So I'm going to send you, Mr. Strickland, to breakout room number 1, number 2, actually. Well, Miss Joy Wilson is still there. So, Mr. Lockhart.
Judge, it looks like Miss Scott just returned, so breakout 1 should be open.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to make sure by moving Miss Joy out of there. Yeah, take her away from there. All right, and Mr. Strickland, I'm sending you there now, sir.
Okay. Could you add Miss Scott and Mr. Salome again, please, Judge?
They already have the right to.
Oh, thank you, Judge. I'm learning too.
Well, it's a lot. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I got you. I'm just trying to make sure that everybody's. I already got the date on that one. It's there. And Mr. Coleman.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir. This is case number 2349856. This is Open Door Property Management versus occupants at 15428 Troster in the city of Detroit. The court also calls the suffix 9860 Open Door Property Management versus occupants of property at 20576 Joanne Street. Counsel, your appearance at this time, sir.
Your Honor, for the record, Attorney Frederick J. Coleman, P. 56548, on behalf of both plaintiffs.
Thank you, counsel. It is the first hearing date regarding this matter, so let me check and see. Do I have an occupant, a person living at the property in Troster in the city of Detroit, or any person living on Joanne in the city of Detroit? If you are on this Zoom and you live either on Troster Street or Joanne, please say something at this time. All right, it looks like defendants have not appeared regarding these matters, sir. And so I'm going to set the matters over for the 18th, strike that the 19th of February 2021. I'll set them over for 9:45 a.m. 9:45 a.m. If defendants do not appear at that hearing, the court would entertain at that time a motion for entry of default judgment regarding both matters. So ordered, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. You and your staff have a great morning. I will be back this afternoon to see you then.
See you this afternoon, sir. Good day to you.
Thank you.
And I do have, I have not forgotten about you on Ardmore Street, Miss Boatwright. I have not forgotten about you. Let's see, Miss Boatwright, you're on Ardmore Street. I'm sorry. I have not forgotten about Miss Massey, and you're on Fort Tops. I've not forgotten.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
I'm still here. Thank you. I'm still here too. Ms. Boatwright's still here.
Okay. And there was one other person that should be there. Do I have, okay, so Ms. Boatwright, you are at the property on Ardmore, correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And Ms. Massey, you are for Thomas. And
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
the issue is that I have another Ardmore, 15763 Ardmore. Who's there? All right, so Mr. The name Richard comes up. Who are you, sir?
Richard Ingram, 7128.
What is that, your file number?
Yes.
All right, let me check on that, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
No problem, sir. 7128 says.
Yeah, it says, birthday is on 28th, 10 o'clock.
28.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Your court date is on February the 28th. Is it February?
28th, which is tomorrow. He's here a day early.
Oh, you're here a day early. You're here a day early, sir. Your case is tomorrow.
Oh, I am? Oh.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, sir.
Tomorrow at 10 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
10 o'clock tomorrow? Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
You and your staff, you and your staff have a blessed day.
All right, you too, sir. All the best to you.
Okay.
And on the iPhone, then, what's your name, ma'am? You're gonna tell me who you are? Talking to you. Yeah. Tell me who you are, ma'am. Hello? Yes. Hi, how are you? Tell me something, ma'am.
I don't think she knows. She talked.
You don't?
talking
You
to her.
What did you, Deborah, you said something there?
No, I was just saying she don't know you trying to catch her.
The one,
I know that.
the one with the hoop earrings or the one in the car?
Yeah, with the hoop earrings.
Yeah. I'm trying to reach you, ma'am. You on an iPhone, but I don't have your name. Where? Talk to me, ma'am. Yes, you. Yes.
Me?
Yeah, what's
Yes, you.
My name's Darlene Curry.
Darlene.
Can I speak with you?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, did I speak with you already?
No.
Okay. So what case do you have? Give me your last four digits of your case number, ma'am.
9848.
All right, just one moment, Ms. Curry.
Her birthday was on 2/16. She did her already, so she.
All right.
848.
10:50.
Thank you.
On the white side.
All right, so yeah, I called your case earlier today, and I set it for the next hearing, which is on the 16th of February at 9:15 a.m. That's when you're coming back before me. Have you had an opportunity to talk with a lawyer?
No.
All right, Ms. Curry, so let me make sure that you get to talk with a lawyer regarding this matter today. And I'm going to go ahead and change your date now. I have it set for the 16th. I'm going to go ahead and change it to the 19th, 2/19/21 and 9/15. So that's when you're going to come back. February 19th at 9:15 a.m. And then I'm going to get you in to talk with a lawyer today. Right, so just hold tight. Get you to someone, and then you're gonna come back on the court date, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're muted again, man.
Hello?
Yeah, you're okay, Ms. Curry. Just, you can mute yourself and then I'll come to you as soon as I have a lawyer available to talk.
Okay.
Can I take 2 minutes right quick, Judge? Thank you.
Yeah, go right ahead. Wow, I hadn't answered that question yet, so I don't know now. Yeah, I actually have 2 cases that the attorneys didn't appear on. Nobody showed up on these 2 matters. So go ahead and take your, I was going to say you could go bye-bye, but go ahead and take a couple of minutes and come back. Then we'll address those 2 and then.
Okay.
They're ready to go because all the other persons, all the other persons is talking, they're talking to lawyers.
Let me look and see if okay. Maurice Jackson. Actually, we are done. Both of these are dismissed. I don't know why they were in there. These both are dismissed.
Cool.
Yep.
All set. Show the house. I've got, Miss, I think, who's next? I think, Diamond, Massey is next. That about right, Miss Massey?
Yeah, you told me to hang on the line, Your Honor, to get a breakout room so I can speak with an attorney.
Yeah, get you somebody. So Ms. Boatwright, is Diamond Massey next, or are you next?
I think Ms. Boatwright was first.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Diamond.
You're welcome.
That's precious. I really appreciate it, because I definitely lost the order of things. And Ms. Boatwright, I keep getting it a little confused because I have two
I'm
addresses.
15740. They keep saying James Powers, but they have a whole deed with my name on it.
Judge, file ending 827.
Yep, got it.
1020.
All right. And she'd like to speak with someone, so can I send her to breakout room 1?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you got a couple people still there, so let me move you.
I'm sorry, yeah, they're still using 1.
Okay, so I'm going to send Ms. Boatwright. I'm going to send Ms. Boatwright to 2, and I'm going to send you there as well.
Yes, sir. Why don't you put Mr. Salome Hassan with us as well, please?
I'm doing so. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There you go. And Ms. Scott, I'll put you there as well. The number 2 is where they're going. And Ms. Finch?
Yes.
Yeah, we're all set as it relates to the record, okay?
Okay.
Those other 2 files, the clerk discovered that they were in fact dismissed.
Okay, cool. So back at 1:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Dad.
Okay, thank you.
this stuff all has dates on it.
All right.
Yeah, they're, in each case, they're on the 19th. So I'm just, get them wrong, that's why.
Okay, no problem.
That, going to the vending machine.